Beetroot, nature's powerhouse. Packed with vitamins, antioxidants and nitrates, it's known to support heart health, boost stamina and improve blood circulation. Our beetroot is naturally grown and harvested at peak ripeness. The roots are cleaned, dried and finely ground to preserve their rich nutrition content, giving you all the benefits in one pure form. Add 1 teaspoon of beetroot powder to your juice, smoothie or water, or take it in capsule form as recommended by your healthcare provider. Beetroot helps enhance endurance, lower blood pressure, and keep you feeling energized and balanced all day. Fuel your body with the natural power of beetroot. Stay strong, stay healthy. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Good afternoon, family. Hope you guys are having a beautiful day and welcome to yet another beautiful discussion of the Africa Today show. My name is Joby. To our first-time listeners and returning listeners on YouTube, on the radio, on Spreaker and Spotify. And of course, we have Mr. Blackhotfire in the building.
I can't believe I'm still playing for speaker. I don't ever use speaker, what, in over a year?
Wow.
I'm still paying for that shit. We still paying for that shit?
We use it. So it's helping. Yeah, it's not in vain. We use it every day. Okay. We have our shows. My shows are uploaded there every day. The Africa Today shows.
Okay.
Are uploaded there every day.
Like I said, I forgot about it. I never used that shit in a year since really. Last time I did one show, the 2 shows I did, I forgot about Spreaker altogether. So damn. So yeah. So. Wow, I messed up. The finances are still tight, guys. I'm gonna get the begging one more time. Somebody, you guys send me $10 a piece, guys. Come on, Cash App right there. I ain't begging. I made it 1 week. I need 1 more week to go. You guys, I need 1 more week. I was in the clear, but no, my butthole was clenched.
Yes, Karibuni. Hope you guys are doing great. Of course, we're gonna be looking at Tariq Nasheed as the topic of today. And
I'm gonna ask the question. I'm gonna ask the question because like I said, when Tariq is a con man and a phony, but sadly enough, I told you to make a good con work, you must have truth with that con. And the sad fact is that he tapped into a lot of truth that I've been saying, right? A lot of truth that I've been saying. And you get an uneducated class like most Black Americans now have become sadly illiterate and dysfunctional as educational standards go now. You know, they can't really reason and conceptualize what's truth from fiction. And so you have a good con man like a Tariq, he comes in and gives you the grief part, which is valid. Sad fact is valid, right? That's the valid fact. Like I said, you can't, the validity of what he's saying is factual because you came from African and Caribbeans who feel under white supremacy have felt a certain way about their inherent inferiority complex. Then they came here with open disdain and disrespect and then wanted to cuddle under the white supremacist power structure and then attack Black Americans who offered them a hand and goodwill and said, come on in. But then they began to attack us. And so with those attacks, they thought they were safe. And see, what happened was white America used you as a buffer. And I said this for years. I didn't really think nobody's going to act on it, but I said, you guys know I've said this for years. I said, you know, they brought you guys in as a buffer group, and you're tribal, and so you thought hating on us, and us accepting you, right? That was gonna, and white supremacy was you. Since you don't understand that, you know, we all come from the same traditions, being under white supremacy, whether you're in Africa or the Caribbean, as African people, right? But our relationships to white supremacy is somewhat different. In Africa, you guys haven't learned because your puppets ain't taught you really. You fought these people. You Africans and you Caribbeans, a lot you just worship these people. Us as Black Americans, we were in the belly of the beast, and so we had a honest and righteous apprehension to these people because of the massive, inhumane treatment we suffered under them. And so you thought you would come in, because America's America's the goose that lays the golden egg, right? And so you would come in here not to, of course, better yourself, but you never wanted to unite because, like I said, in Africa, you guys are tribal. We didn't know that. Shout out to Joby for teaching. We didn't know that we didn't know anything about tribes. We never, Africans never said, we didn't know that. We didn't have any tribes. We didn't know anything about tribalism and that you guys fight other African groups. We just couldn't conceive that. We thought that was so foreign to our makeup that you would come and see us as a different people, a different tribe, and then start to undermine us. Like, wow. Because we voted for you people and put you in the office, not even knowing that you had another agenda that was completely antithetical to what we needed. And so now, what she has got right, I said it, there's now been a distinction because remember, you never wanted to unite with us. You wanted to stay your separate Kenyans, even as Kenyans and you goopy Nigeria, you guys are even goopy different tribes. We didn't even know that. Not even you don't even identify yourself as Kenyans or Nigerians. You come over here with your tribal shit. I'm a Kikuyu over here in Washington State. I'm a Hausa down in Houston. I'm a damn Yoruba up in Dallas area. Like what? What? So we were thrown off guard. We just didn't understand that. And so what you did, you caused a strife when you should have came in, but you never united in your countries. So it was not in your nature. And that's terrible. It's not in your nature. So you caused this open division. And shout out to the Africans. I'm about to see if we find a bit of a joke. Tell the truth. Oh my God, they tell the truth. Because you can't deny what's been done. Okay? Because I can say Tariq is a con man and a phony, yeah, but what he's saying has validity and some truth, or it wouldn't work. See, a con can't work unless it's got some truth in it. It can't be a complete lie, because if it's a complete lie, people will figure it out and say, this is a lie. That's why religion works so good. Religion is wrapped up with all lies, but also with spirituality taken from ancient Africa. It's mixed. It's a mixture of true African science mixed with lies. That's why it works so good. You can't get out in your whole life. You can't get out the lie. And that's what Tariq has done so brilliantly. He's taken the grievance, like I said, which is rightly so, what you people have done, your open disrespect, your cosplaying of us, as the one African dude said. You think we don't know you cosplay us? And then say we don't got the culture. The duplicity is crazy. The duplicity is crazy. Because you guys ain't had no money to travel around the world. We're the culture of the planet. Not just America. Black Americans are the culture of the planet. And you come in with your goopy Nigerian, because it's not a Nigerian culture. It's your tribal culture from Nigeria. Your Yoruba, your Igbo, your Hausa, or your Kenyan culture, which is not Kenyan, it's your tribal culture. Either you're a Lua, a Kikuyu, a Kamba, and all those other goopy tribes. Or you come from South Africa. You're a Zulu, you're a Xhosa, you're I can't name all these goopy tribes in different areas. Or you come from Ghana, you're a Khan, you're Ashanti, you're whatever. So, like I said, We didn't know about the tribe because you don't come in as a complete Kenyan. You don't come in as a complete Nigerian. You come in as separate tribes. That's why I found out. I didn't know. I found out that because I told you I didn't know my first interaction with a Kenyan. I was dating her, but that was way on the East Coast. That was in Washington. You guys listen to this international. We got two Washingtons. The nation's capital is called Washington, D.C. And we got a whole state out in the West that's called Washington State. It's a whole state. And we got a city called Washington. It's Washington, D.C., which is the capital of the whole country. And so a lot of Kenyans are based there. And it's called the DMV area, Maryland, Virginia, D.C., and the Delaware, that tri-state area. And that's when I first met my first Kenyan. I know she, and I ended up dating her. Beautiful young lady. But you guys come in, you guys move, even except because you guys are like Kenyans over in Washington State. You guys are Kikuyu in Washington State. You guys are like Kissy down in like Dallas, the Texas area. I think you guys are the Lua over in the DMV area. I'm pretty sure. I figured it out. I'm pretty sure. I'm like, wow, this gets crazy. This gets deep. Wow, this is crazy. So, but like I said, I will get a kid. I haven't heard no Kenyans talk crazy. I'm not gonna lie about them. So I'm just gonna Joe said, keep their business. Obviously, I'm gonna say I just ain't never heard them. But the Nigerians, then you goopy you Jamaicans didn't have a tribal thing because you came from Jamaica. You didn't have tribe, came from Africa, slave. Your culture in Jamaica, cool. But you came in there with that disrespect. Then all you island niggas from Haiti, Jamaica, Barbados, Bahamas, Nicki Minaj, wretched ass Trinidad. You Trinidadians. Because I can't tell you Trinidadians from the Jamaicans. You got the same accent to me. Job is good with accent. To me, you Trinidadians sound like Jamaicans. That's just me. I don't know the difference. Okay. I hear Trinidadian. I ask, hey man, you Jamaican? No, I'm Trinidadian. Okay, whatever. But the disrespect had been palpable. And so, not understanding that Black Americans, all the great things you love about America, everything you love, you hear, you get to work, you get freedom, you don't want to go by your country. Black Americans fought for that. White Americans never want to give you that. That was never given part of the country. The country didn't want no more Black people even up in here. So we had to fight. So we were under something called Jim Crow. Just like they had in South Africa, there's apartheid. Ours was called Jim Crow. We weren't allowed to go in white spaces. We weren't allowed to go in white schools. We weren't allowed to go in the right part of town. We weren't allowed to go in certain areas of the country. Even though we still got the same thing happen now, just not called Jim Crow, called sundown towns, the other stuff still happening. But I'm talking about as law. This was based in law. It was the law of the land. Not that it was just, effed up. This was the law of the land. Black people not allowed to go here. You're not allowed to go there. They go there, right? And so my ancestors, they couldn't submit to white supremacy and say, smile with white daddy and say, okay, it's okay, we subjugate, we messed up. So we had to start fighting. And like the other African, like they honest, you guys never fought. You didn't fight. And that's why you still work with the government. You're like, oh, I get to be with white daddy and fuck these other niggas. That was your mindset. Fuck us. I'm now under white daddy, and white daddy don't like these other blacks, so I'm gonna unite with them. In your conceived mind, I don't know how this happened. I don't know how it happened in Africa. Maybe it's the religion or in the Caribbean. I didn't grow up in the Caribbean. So I don't know how you guys share such coolish thoughts, right? I didn't grow up in Jamaica. I didn't grow up in Haiti. I didn't grow up in the Bahamas. I didn't grow up in Barbados, Trinidad, and the rest of them goofy islands. I just didn't, right? So I didn't. How you think that white people were going to turn on you, that they were going to just like you and stay. They're going to leave you as a buffer class. No. See, a lot of you Africans and Jamaicans and Caribbeans, you're so indoctrinated. You're such a danger. That's why your country, you want to know why your countries are poor, all fucked up? Because you're the majority there. Let me keep it 100. You want to know why Jamaica's all fucked up? Haiti's all fucked up. Ghana, Nigeria's all fucked up? Because of you never fought nothing and refused to fight, and you want to keep praying to the white man and love him. You won't take out the trash when it needs to be taken out. That's why your development is stalled. And shout out to Ibn Tariq. He said you got what? Stockholm syndrome. When I said that years ago, oh, you ain't doing that. You do have Stockholm syndrome. This is the young 35, 36-year-old man telling you that in Burkina Faso. You do got that. And to say otherwise, you be lying to yourself. You do have that. You have Stockholm syndrome where you worship your enemies. And so when you got your ass over here, you were happy to snug up a white. And the first thing you Nigerians, especially Nigerians, oh, can I get me a white woman? Forget your black one. Can I get me a white? You Nigerians want to jump in white women's panties all day. That's your dream. Keep it honest. Jamaicans, that's your dream as a talking all this Rastafari and Africa nonsense. You talk that African nonsense all day till a white woman smile at you. Ooh, hey Jamaican. Ooh, forget all that African, Pan-African shit. Got my white woman. Everybody knows that about you. If I'm lying, I'm flying. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Shit. If I'm lying, I'm flying. You goofy Negroes were Pan-African. Let a white woman walk by and wink at you. Oh, that Pan-African shit out the window. That shit's gone. That's gone. Because you are indoctrinated with self-hate and you want your mixed babies. Oh, look at my mixed baby with the non-black hair. Ooh. Because spade is spade. And so when you came and said, man, we can't unite with you people. You people are lost in the sauce. Not all of you, but the majority. Okay? Now, I hate to say not all, but not all of you, but the majority of you. And the other one's even worse because they said they're not even black. All you came up with, I'm not black, remember? All you said that I'm not black, right? Oh, but see, now you want to be black because now what? White man's coming putting hands and feet on you. You all said it. You Nigerians, and to a fault. You all said it, right? To a fault, you all said this, right? Y'all told us, I'm not black, I'm Haitian, I'm not black, I'm Nigerian. Because remember, don't confuse us with those black Americans. They're black because we embrace blackness. We had to fight for blackness. We embraced that. You can't shame me for being black. You guys have Stockholm syndrome. You are ashamed to be black. Black is bad where you come from. You're ashamed to be black. And we're not. And so that's what you came over here with, your shame. You came over with your shame. Call a spade a spade. That's why you never want to be identified as being black. I'm Somali. I'm not black. I'm Ethiopian. I'm not. I had Joby put that up on TikTok. This is just fact. I'm Haitian. And all y'all did it. I'm Bohemian. I'm not black. All of you are not black. Right? Then when the white man said, okay, you know what? Your come to America free card is now going to be revoked. Now everybody's, we talking about, we all black. We all black people. We all the same people. We all black. Now we all black. Now we all the same people now. We all black. You're not the only black people. How you say you black? You're trying to say you claim black. That's what these immigrant groups are saying now, which is completely crazy. You said that you came with that you're not black. And so we said, okay, cool. But now you're saying, because Tariq has got his coat saying foundational black Americans. I don't agree with that goofy term. I don't follow no term, no moron made up. drinking alcohol one day was a half white woman. I don't agree with that term. I'm a black American. That's how, these other people are not black Americans. They're Africans, Caribbeans, they're black people, yes. Or African people of African descent. So are we our own lineage? Yes. And don't give me caught on that pretendian shit either. You that's what makes the FBA so fractured and crazy. Because half of y'all know you're not Indians. And you say you're descended from blacks in Africa, which is true, right? And you just want to say your lineage, you became your own ethnic group. And that's a fact. Ethnogenesis. I gotta give Tariq correct prop because that's the correct term. Everybody would have an ethnogenesis, even with the tribes. Let's say all these tribes were once, and then all of a sudden they start branching out, creating their own ethnic groups like Kikuyu, Lua, Hausa, Zulu. That becomes an ethnogenesis where they now claim to be their own ethnic group. Even at one time they were all just one African, but they start claiming their own self as an ethnic group, right? An ethnic group. That became the tribal thing. So black Americans did have an ethnogenesis, which is correct, because we did create our own culture here that everybody steals from, and they got the nerve to say, what is our culture? It's absolutely crazy. But nobody does no Jamaican culture globally, except some parts of Africa. Nobody does no Haitian culture globally. Only culture that's done globally is black Americans. And that's a fact. And everybody knows it. So I'm not going to be playing with you with that. That's a fact, right? You want this fact, this blackness, which has done harm to the because we voted you people into power, right? The whole Black Caucus is full of immigrants, and you guys work against our interests because you're not Black American, and you work for white daddy. That's why the Black Caucus doesn't do nothing for Black people. You work completely for the goddamn cats with the hats. Always. And so it took Black people a while to figure out, and they started doing a background search. Like, God damn, this motherfucker's Jamaican. This motherfucker's Haitian. This motherfucker's Bohemian. This motherfucker. And we went all down through the Black because you cosplayed us. You never brought your paperwork and said, I'm going to run for office as a Jamaican American. I'm going to run for office as a Haitian because you know we would never voted for your ass. You cosplayed an American to get power over us and be what? Our legislative voice when you did never represent us. And so that did have to be sorted out. I will agree with that. That did have to be sorted out. Okay? Understand that. So half the movement that went crazy and batshit crazy. Half these guys are pretendians, they want to be Indians and all this other crazy nonsense, right? And I can't speak to that. Because I know my family came here 40 years ago on, as slaves. I know that. So you can't tell me about no. Did some of my people have sex with Indians? Yes. We've had Indian pictures in my household. I've showed those to my ex-wife. So what? They don't make me no damn Indian. Indian don't got no hair like this. I'm not my phenotype is African, especially coming out of the Congo and Angola. If you get a cat from the Congo and Angola, he'll look just like me. Especially if he's a little lighter. He look just like, I know him. I'm looking at him. He look just like me. It's crazy. So I know that my genesis come from Africa is not fake, right? But I'm just so, but see, there's no hate because I don't hate any African people, right? So we don't teach you to hate. We just tell you we're not going to tolerate the disrespect anymore. We're not going to tolerate the cosplaying us without putting some respect on our name. You come from cultures where you disrespect each other. And you're supposed to left that at the border when you brought your fuck ass up in here. You're supposed to brought that shit when you brought your ass in from Jamaica or Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, Ghana. You're supposed to brought that shit. You're supposed to kept that shit there. Or you left your ass off the plane that you got tribal beefs and you hate because you go to Africa, they all hate each other in these countries. Crazy. That's why shit don't work. Not so much in Kenya and Tanzania. Tanzania's not as bad. Kenya's not as bad. You go to West Africa, it's on another level. It's dysfunctional. Ghana, well, shit don't work. Nigeria, shit don't work. Don't work. Who can you hold responsible when you got all these different groups, different ethnic groups? You don't want to blame them. Oh, that's my group. Don't blame my group. Don't blame the Yoruba. Don't blame the Igbo. Don't blame that. So shit never gets done. No one ever takes accountability because there's too many goopy groups. There's too many people in the kitchen cooking up the damn food. So it's never not one cook, and so you can't hold that cook responsible. Say, hey man, this shit you made is nasty as hell. You got 10 cooks in the kitchen, so you can't blame nobody. you can't get no accountability. And everybody knows this. Everybody said, why hasn't Africa dealt with this tribal yet? Right? And so that's what becomes genuine because it becomes truth with lies. So if you guys know about mind manipulation, that's why Tariq's thumbnails are so funny. He's got all the Africans, they got them always looking crazy, homeless and impoverished. They always got flip-flops on. He got the best thumbnails. I only look at the brother. I only turn on the shows. I look at the thumbnails. The thumbnails that Tariq make are the best. I'm not going to even lie. They're the best for push, because everything is visual. The best way to push propaganda, and it's still something in your mind, especially when you're dealing with a low information or low educational audience like he has, right? So he makes the best thumbnails. You got Jamaicans looking crazy, Haitians looking crazy, Kenyans looking crazy. Yeah, the Nigerians looking crazy, Ghanaians looking crazy. So he has the best thumbnails. You got to get, I always keep it real. I call a spade, right? Always has the best thumbnails. Shit is hilarious. I got to give him credit with these thumbnails. And like I said, you're mixing the truth with the lies, right? So what's happening now that white power can't use you anymore, guys, they're going to start getting rid of you because you got an awakening with Black Americans saying, you're not our people and you have not united with us to gain power, right? And I mean power either economically or politically or culturally, because our cultures are different. Your cultures don't play around. Oh, sorry, they just don't. Okay, that's another thing I think you guys are just off. Even though they destroyed our cultures, they made us ratchet. But before they even made us ratchet, we were still the cultural ambassadors of America, and we became the cultural ambassadors of the world. And that's just a fact. There's no argument. There should be no debate about this. This is just factually true globally, right? It's factually true globally. So it's not like there's no hate. And for us as Black Americans, we practice no hate. We welcome everybody in. That's our nation. We welcome all people in. That's why you see Black people, we were the only ones that patronized everyone's businesses. From the Asians who disrespect us, to the Indians that disrespect us, to the Arabs that disrespect us, and the Black Africans and Caribbeans that were disrespecting us. You did it on an open, and we still did what? We still wouldn't patronize your establishment, your business, making you wealthy off our backs. And like I said, and this is not a flex, and this is the truth. What you said, because remember, you came with the same. You came with the same white people's talking points because you wanted to nuggle under white supremacy. So you came with the same shit that white people took. Talking about the food stamps. Most Black people don't get food stamps. Majority of people, white people get food stamps. Welfare. I never had welfare food stamps in my life. Welfare, we weren't allowed to get that until the mid-'60s, the early '70s. That program was made for white people, and that trope that you immigrants use to try to disrespect us, that was a white supremacist trope. But it's so easily rolled off your mouth. You Nigerians, you Ghanaians, you whatever, you Jamaicans, you Haitians. You came with that trope, right? You came with that same trope. And that was a white supremacist trope. So don't act like you know where it came from, and you're still doing it now that they deport you. You got the nerve talking about food stamps and housing, right? Food stamps and welfare. But that's why you brought your ass up here. You couldn't get in your own country. African countries don't give it. You can't get food vouchers in Africa. If you don't make money, your stomach touch your backbone. There's no food vouchers in Africa where I get a bunch of now they give them a card. You see, I got a card around somewhere. Anyway, they get now you get a card. It used to be that funny looking money shit they gave you right back in the day, right? Yeah, fake, almost like Monopoly money, right? Get that Monopoly. Now they give you a card. A card, right? Now you got a card, right? You just go to the grocery store, give them your card. They give you so much, depending on how much you are impoverished a month. Everybody gets a different amount, right? But the majority of individuals that are on food stamps or what they call SNAP program are white people, not black, not African Americans. And the most people that are on welfare are not black people. And the programs are never built or designed for us. But when you came, you fixed your filthy ass mouth with disrespect to try to throw that trope onto us. I've never had a food stamp in my life, never had welfare in my life, not growing up or any of my children. But you wanted to put that trope on us as if we're supposed to be ashamed that the country that we built has safety nets instead of you going back and building safety nets in your own country. But that was supposed to be somehow a pejorative that you took from the white man, right? That was a pejorative that you love to use, right? And the sad fact is, and you had some African talking stupid Caribbean. Even with that, even when you did the food stamp and the welfare trope, right? You did that. Black Americans are the richest black people on the planet and have been. And we were the ones enslaved. That's another jealousy with you dudes, especially in Africa. That's the jealousy you have. We were enslaved and still came out as the richest Africans on this planet. The richest black people on the planet is us. And so I've seen this video with this moron on TikTok. I said, well, you got to add the black immigrants and the Caribbeans. You're not a big enough population, stupid. You wasn't here. You guys just got here 20 and 30 years ago. And you're not a big enough population to put a dent in the black American wealth. Either being from Jamaica, Nigeria, wherever you came from. Are you insane? And so we did your wealth, right? Your wealth comes up like maybe 200 billion, more than your home countries. But black American without you is 2 trillion a year. 2 trillion. That's without you. So we don't have to put you in there because you always want to be involved now with us. You want to, we're now, you got now goopy Haitian. Oh, we're black Americans too. No, you said you weren't black American. Now you're black American. You said you were Haitian and you wasn't black. That's what you said. That's what you told us over and over again. You made that perfectly clear, right? So even with us with the food stamps and the welfare trope that you gave us, black Americans are the richest black people on this planet. Okay? Do me a favor, Joe. If you got ChatGPT go to ChatGPT on your the free version on your you can put it on your phone.
Okay.
You already got it on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Say are black Americans without African immigrants and Caribbean immigrants, say without African immigrants and Caribbean immigrants, the richest black people on the planet. So we're gonna address your welfare and don't work hard and food stamp trope. We're gonna let Chat GPT, because you might say I'm biased. Okay? We're gonna let Chat GPT say it.
So you see, the Black Americans without the African immigrants and the Caribbean immigrants, the richest, right?
The richest black people
Okay. The richest
on the
black
planet.
people. Let me. The richest black.
Or the richest black demographic on the planet.
Says It says the key distinction in average wealth versus individual wealth is that the U.S. has a very large established African American middle and
You know,
upper class with access to the U.S. economy, property markets, businesses, and investments,
we know
etc.
that. Okay, Chat GPT. Yes or no? He's trying to give an excuse why we are the richest. We get it. We got access to better jobs,
Okay,
better
so it
housing.
says in the all description, it says, so in simple terms is that probably among you guys are probably among the richest the richest large black population, but there isn't reliable global data proving that you are number one.
So ChatGPT trying to change. We are number one. Okay? I should just ask Google shit. ChatGPT getting all these excuses why we're number one, but it's not reliable that we are number one. It's telling you we're number one without saying we're number one. Right? It's not reliable data. Okay. But we are number one. There's no other body richer than us. There's no Kenyans. There's no South Africans. There's no Nigerians. There's no Ghanaians. There's no Angolans. There's no Congolese. There's no Senegalese. There's no Cote d'Ivoirians. There's no Togolese. There's no goddamn Benin. Richer than Black Americans. There's no
Google also
Jamaican.
says no black. Google also says no black Americans, including or excluding Africans and Caribbean immigrants, are not the richest black population globally.
Okay, what are the rich black population? What are they saying?
Says globally, the global scale versus the purchasing power is that while African Americans live in the United States, the world's largest economy, historical and systemic wealth gaps mean that median household net worth for native born Black American remains far below national average.
We're not saying we're not
For
saying we're not saying they talking about as far as what they put us uh according to white people. We saying black people. We're not talking about whites that you judge us with who stole the country, who get the best thing. We're talking about global blackness.
the high wealth black population elsewhere is that certain black majority or mixed majority territories, island nations such as Bermuda and the Cayman Island boast some of the highest per capita purchasing power and average wealth standards in the world, frequently surpassing major European and Northern American national averages. And when it comes to immigrant versus native disparities, statistical studies within the United States consistently show that Black immigrants from Africa and the Caribbean often record higher average household income and
We're not,
education level
yeah,
than the US born Black
but
Americans.
we're not talking about a small minority. We're talking about the majority. See, they're taking the small majority of Africans who come in because they're allowed to come up because they're educated. We're talking about the whole, not as a small group. So they try to tell you it's a small group. When I ask a small group, let me go. Let me type it. I'm on my computer.
They look on your end, you see if it's the same.
Yeah, we're talking about it. It gives us a small group. Let me type this in real quick. Ooh. Exactly. So let me read it like this. Let me say it like this. We have a, okay. Let me put the screen like this. Let me share my screen so you guys can see my screen. Yeah.
Let me mine.
Can you guys see
Oh,
me? Okay, see my screen?
yes.
Black Americans as a group have the highest number of black millionaires globally. No, we're not talking about the single. The single. We know the richest person in the world is a Nigerian. Richest black person is a Nigerian. We're saying as a group. I'm not saying it's one person. Yeah, but the richest person, the richest black person in the world is a Nigerian. As Dangote. We know that. I'm talking about as the group, a group, not as a demographic, as a group. It said the United States holds the largest concentration and highest overall number of wealthy black individuals and black men in the world. Exactly. As a group, we're the richest in the world as a group. I'm not talking about some small group. As a group, we're the richest on the planet. I'm not saying that you have other rich black people. That's not my argument. My argument is as a group, as a let's say, or as a tribe. As a tribe, black Americans are the richest black tribe on the planet. We're not saying we got the richest black man, that's Dangote. But we got more black millionaires than Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, whoever. As a group of people, we are the richest. Than any Jamaican, any Haitian, any Trinidadian, any whatever. I can't name all these goofy groups. Barbados, Cayman, and Joey had to think Cayman. That's what you know how small the Cayman Islands are. They got like 10 black people on there. We're not saying you got like 20 black people on that island. We're not talking about it. We're talking about as a group. Okay, compare 20 black people to 50 million. We're not saying okay, those people on the Cayman Islands are probably all wealthy. Good for them. I mean that they're probably more because it's a small island, so per capita, being a smaller people, they probably got a whole bunch of real rich people on there. Because who the hell wants? Because to even live on the Cayman Islands, you got to get all that stuff imported. You got to be rich to live on that. That's what Samuel ass is at. I'm not. I wouldn't go to the island. Hurricane hit, be all messed up. But I'm just saying. So I'm just making this statement clear that per capita, not per capita, but in total, right? So in total, I'm not saying, as individuals of what's going on. So I'm just trying to deny that trope that you've been saying and understand we've been historically stopped from gaining wealth and influence. That's been the main goal. That's why we got these puppet non-black Americans in the Black Caucus, is to try to deter black people from gaining power and wealth. That's the whole thing the system is designed to do. So you came in and decided to unite with the system instead of unite with people that look like you, but you never did that at home. You never identified with united with people that look like you. And that was foreign. We didn't know that was foreign to you. To actually, like Joby right there, unite with a Kikuyu, but Joby's not tribal. A Kikuyu and all this. Everywhere Joby goes, what tribe are you from? That means you can't unite. What do you mean? I'm Kenyan, like you. How you talking about? Doesn't make any sense. How you talking about? That's what I'm saying. So we didn't know that you would come with such undermining ways because we were uneducated about where you came from and the realities on the ground of the political structure for the places that you came from. We just didn't understand it, right? So we just invited and let you in as one big black person. Come on in, you us. You like, oh, I ain't you. I ain't you. I'm Kikuyu. I ain't you. I'm Lou. I ain't you. I'm Hausa. I ain't you. I'm Yoruba. That's what you said. And they know, and Hollywood knew it so much, they put in one of the TV shows in America that we show at Joe. I'm gonna say, what's his name? What's the name of the show? I Heart, Abishola. See, this was the white establishment, the cats with the hat establishment. Since they own it, throwing it in our face because they knew what they had developed and they knew who you people were, but us not even knowing it. They knew who you people were. And they put it in our face when they had that goopy Nigerian show that didn't even list. When they were asking her about Black Americans. I don't mess with the Black Americans. I don't mess with them. I don't let me just for a sec. I don't mess with the Black Americans. I only date she didn't say Nigerians, she said her tribe. And a lot of us back then didn't even know the different goopy tribes. We're more familiar with them now today. But a lot of us didn't even know anything about these goopy tribes. She didn't mention I marry another Nigerian. She said I marry somebody in my tribe. All right? See if I can find that thing real quick. But let me do this real quick. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. 1 second, guys. So this give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, that's it right there. Okay. All right, give me a second. Now we didn't know. Now look at. Let me share my screen. Maybe you guys can see my screen for a second. Let me share this real quick. We didn't know what this even meant, but they always doing these movies, right? And now we do know what akata means. That these Nigerians would call us filthy beasts, these filthy animals. We let their ass over here, and we brought them over here as brothers, and they were calling us this slick ass pejorative. Remember, we had no pejoratives for any Africans. We didn't have any pejoratives for any of these people. They would call us the Ethiopians and the damn Somalis would call us what Jarirs or Abib, which meant slave. Because they have these filthy cultures over there where they constantly disrespect each other. But remember this. Let me know if you can see my screen, Joby.
Not yet.
How about now? See
yes.
my screen, all right, let me do this. Let me just go quick. Hold on. Put this up here. Give me a second. Let me do this. Where's that button at? Where's this? Okay. Do this. Okay, YouTube. This is copyright disclaimer. I'm using this for educational purposes only. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So I'm using this for educational purposes, YouTube. So don't go crazy on me. Go back to where I'm at. Okay. You see my video? See my video again?
Yes.
Okay, so we didn't know even what this meant because we brought these morons in like brothers. Right? So show this. Here we go.
Those are the Nigerians I was telling you about, man. Them motherfuckers, they be getting that shit from.
Those are Nigerians I'm telling you about. Right there. Okay, go back.
Those are the Nigerians I was telling you about, man. Them motherfuckers, they be getting that shit from Pakistan, right? They goes to Lagos. They be bringing it over here in diplomatic pouches.
Now remember, they wouldn't have a black ass in the country without us. They wouldn't. These Nigerians would never been allowed to have a black ass in the country without the 1964 Civil Rights Act. You understand that?
Man, they rocking the Bronx with that shit.
Is that right? Funny. One time we used to look to him for our history and our culture.
Man, you want history and culture, you read National Geographic and shit.
Tell you, man, no, we get with these motherfuckers, man, we can get out of bed with Gus and the rest of them wop getting motherfuckers, man, like a bunch of cheap $2 hoes.
Let's motherfucking go over and take care of some business. Come on.
Untumbe. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing, Renato? How are you?
Very good.
How's it going?
This is my brother, Romello here.
It's a pleasure. I've
told
seen
you all
him
about
around.
him.
Yeah. How you doing?
He's, what's the deal? What's up?
Well, we've been thinking about this, Renato, and it won't work. We can't work with Akata. You know, you do your thing.
Remember the whole culture, they always separate, they always try. Okay, what Akata? See, I remember looking at this movie in my early 20s. I'm like, Akata, what the fuck? I didn't even know what this even was. And that's why Tariq can use this, because this has been said over and over again. And this movie's 30 years ago. I didn't know when I was looking at Akata. What the fuck is an Akata? I didn't know what this even was. You know, this damn pejorative from these handkerchief head coon ass niggas.
Won't work. We can't work with Akata. You know, you do your thing.
Wait. This is my brother. He's a very, very busy man.
I understand. This is not a personal thing. It is something we cannot do it.
Hey, Stuart, what's my fucking ass man wrong, man?
Calm down, man. Just calm down. I'm sorry. Look, my brother was under the impression that you were going to do some business. Maybe we can just have a seat, have a drink, maybe sit down, have a nice little diatribe, so we can work this out.
Well, don't take this personally, Romero. It won't work. You do your thing, I do my thing. You know? It won't work. We can't work with Akata.
Akata. What is this Akata shit?
Like American? Oh, shit. Cotton picker.
Hold on, no. It's not funny, but why did you say that? Cotton picker, what?
It was funny. Why wouldn't that was funny?
Cotton picker, what? It's crazy.
Yeah. So that a cut. Pause that. Go back where I'm at. Okay. So yeah. So it was funny. You can okay to laugh, Joe. We know that's real. Try not to laugh. And so all these disrespectful shit that we didn't know what the hell was being said to us. Like what, we didn't have a pejorative for them. All these akatas and jiris. And so that's why Tariq's argument is so strong, because he mixed truth with lies, right? Because this disrespect has been real. That movie's 30 years ago. I'm in my early 20s looking, and I'm like, I remember looking at Akata. The fuck is an Akata? You know, a cotton picker. Joe be trying not to laugh. Not whether we can do good business or not, because we're Black Americans. So they have that tribal thing going on with them. That's why their country's all fucked up. That's why they ain't figured it out yet, why their countries don't work. Because they can't work each other. They got all these tribal beefs going on. And so now they're talking about, y'all, let's unite. Because now Black Americans are saying, you know what? Cool. We let you in here. The disrespect has been crazy. Decided that you didn't want to unite with us. And so that's another thing where Tariq has got right again, sadly enough. You know, he's a con man, and his whole family's not even Black American, right? His whole family's not even Black American. That's where you lose, the cult gets crazy. Because they don't want to check their cult leader, right? Who's not even whose family's not even Black American. Got a whole white woman living with him and a mixed woman. He didn't want to even marry an FBA woman. So that's why I told you when I destroyed Phil Scott years ago, talking this Black stuff and all. He's married to a Hispanic woman, right? He's paying for Spanish weddings and all other kind of wacky shit. So a lot of them, it's just a grip, because most of their audiences are stupid. So they can make money and just keep grifting that anger towards them. Because like I told you, we've been dumbed down because of the civil rights movement. We don't have the Black woman as our main teachers teaching our babies. So we're giving our main thing, our main investment, which is our children, over to our enemies to teach them. And now we got, people can't even read and write no more because we gave our number one investment over to our enemies. And so that's what you see in these forums on Twitter and TikTok. Just a bunch of morons talking crazy, talking about their Indians and Kemet was. They said, don't know Egypt was Kemet. Kemet started in America and then we moved over. Just absolute lunacy. So I will give Tariq. He tries to distance himself from the lunacy. So the pretendians are mad at him because they didn't gone off the reservation with the crazy, right? The pretendians didn't go all the way off the reservation with the crazy. So he can't, even though he was the threshold of this. You guys remember when he first came out with this back in 2019? I told you the grip. This was the ADOS grip from that homosexual and that mumble mouth moron, that fake lawyer in LA, that he was trying to center himself on their little fake organization that they were trying to get fake too, because mostly just democratic nonsense. And so he's seen that the grip was so good, so he took the grip and made it a little bit bigger and changed the name so he can eat out that grip, right? So that's where the whole FBA nonsense came from. And I told you that's why he moved to TikTok, because TikTok had a bigger audience than Twitter. So you see him all of a sudden move his ass over here to TikTok because it was a bigger audience. TikTok had a bigger audience than YouTube and Twitter. So he wanted, and also had another a youthful audience, so his grip can get bigger and hopefully get another economic base of getting money from these uneducated people that's on TikTok. But the joke we call it, get TikTok audience is 10 times bigger than Instagram. Anybody don't know Instagram? Instagram's like, Instagram's almost getting as bad as Facebook for old people, right? Everybody say, man, I'm going to Facebook. You going to where? Who? What? Facebook? Who on there? Your grandma? So, that's how Instagram is getting. Nobody on no damn Instagram. So that's why he was on Instagram. That's why he brought his ass. Now he's on TikTok every night. You see Tariq on TikTok. He ain't on Instagram like that. He ain't hot. He's on TikTok. That's where the youth at. That's where everybody's culminating now under TikTok. So that's where most of his, he does his late nights, his lives on TikTok every night. But like I said, will this last long? No, because even the dumb people that follow him are going to realize that this is a grip and he's not going to do anything. We know that black people are a different ethnic group now, right? We call it ethnogenesis. I can't take that from him. That's true. But I've been saying that. People have been saying that. We're a different ethnic group of our own. But our ethnic group, is an amalgamation of what you can call what partly American. I can put American Indian in there, right? But these morons say they ain't African. But I would say we're an amalgamation of what? Now let me see you understand. You get this right. We're an amalgamation of, scientifically, which is factual. I know a lot of you guys hate Africa because Africa's impoverished. It didn't develop. It didn't develop because of that Al-Qaeda and that tribal shit. They didn't develop, right? But I'm going to tell you still what you are. You're an amalgamation of what? Angolan, Congolese, Nigerian, Gabonian, Cameroonian, Nigerian, Niger, Guinea Faso, Togolese, Benin, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Senegalese, Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leonean, and Liberia. We know Liberia because they took a lot of black people from America back to Liberia. Back to Liberia in the 1800s, right? The black Americans went back to Liberia in the 1800s. So yes, so these are the then if you go deep, some of us also have Kenyan, Mozambican, and Tanzanian roots because they took the Portuguese around, killing people, taking them to Zanzibar and selling them to the Spanish or the British or the French and shipping their ass over here too. So these are, but see, these are the let's say ancestors that you have within you that became what? One ethnic group, right? So you're many African people that became one, and also some tribal, also mixed with some Native American ancestry, because quiet as kept, we did mix with those people. So that's the mixture as a Black American, right? You have African and Native ancestry. So those things are just true. So I won't fight that. But I won't say you never came from Africa. I'm just a native and you just a pretending. When you guys can never go back and tell me your language, right? People know their languages. Just like that lady Joey showed you 2 weeks ago, that Geechee Gullah, right? What did she tell you? She told you stop saying that we're Indians. You're fucking us up. You're fucking up our land claims. We know where we came from, specifically in Africa. They know. We know that our lingo, which is a thing of Creole, is mixed with African itself. That was what the Geechee Gullah were telling you. Shut the hell up. Keep our name out your mouth. Keep our. You want to put your craziness on the internet? Cool. But just keep our name out your mouth. Because we fighting the white folks right now who are trying to steal our land. We can't be running around talking about we're Indians and shit. And say, well, you're Indians. You're supposed to be off this land. So they're telling you, keep their name out their mouth, right? Oh, go ahead, Joe. Let me see. Let's read some time.
Okay. All right. Shout out to everyone with us on the chat. I hope you guys are doing great today, and the week has been fantastic. Shout out to Jiba Jaba, Jason, Ricky says my friend teacher at Minnesota, Minnetonka High School in Minnesota.
Exactly right.
Which area?
We're number love for them. We're number love. That's why. I'm sorry, Joe. Yeah, Derek. I'm just asking. That's why you hear in the movie, you heard Wesley Snipes said, "Yeah, we love these cats because of our history and our culture." And the brother was like, "Man, wait a minute, I'm trying to make money, sell these drugs, right? He want to go to Africans and sell this dope." So just like you said, just like even in the movie, and then the Nigerians were caught in drugs, just like you hear the South Africans, these Nigerians with the powder. And so in that movie, they were trying to get connections with the Nigerians to sell the powder. Can't work with you. You're a kata. You're gonna move some of this powder. What you want to do? You're a kata. This is a kata shit. A cotton picker. Go ahead,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, says that my friend teacher at Minnetonka High School in Minnesota, a rich area, said that it's Somalia to have Africa. It's Somalia to Africa tribes fight against each other.
Fight each other. Yeah, the Somalis. The Somali groups, their tribes. Even though they when they come over, they get a little more united than the other Africans. I would give them credit. But if you go to Somalia, they fight each other. That's why they got them over. Civil wars, them fighting as tribal groups.
Mm-hmm. And Jiba Jiba says Major League Baseball is another one. Says that show me the ancient FBA megalithic structures off topic.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
10 Speed Karibu says, okay, I might have to give a little push back to the word Indian. And then, wow. And then also see Jibba says he has them sweaty and ashy at the same time.
He got you guys trying to make these. Tariq has got the best thumbnails, man. I mean, he's got the best thumbnails. I mean, he was talking. Go ahead, Joe. Keep reading.
And then I also see Jiba Jaba says still that 10 Speed says I know Tariq be on the hate, but those African been hating before Tariq started.
That's what I just said. That's what I was just saying. That's what I was just saying. That's why the grip works, 10 Speed, because he's telling the truth with That's why con works. You got to have truth with the lie. So you're right. The Africans and the Jamaicans, they all been hating. So that's why his thing works, because it's real, right? Not that the way he's going about it and causing this division and this hate, because we never hate anybody, right? But that's why Tariq's grip is working, because it's real. He don't care about these people. He's going to extract money from these morons, right? But what happened with them is real. That movie I just showed you is over 30 years ago. So they know it's real. This is real. That's why you hear residents about Akata. What's this Akata shit? So when Tariq saying it, say you call us all kind of Akatas and all that, and you hear the Jamaicans laughing because they know it's true. We didn't call them anything but brother and sister and try to greet them with love. We didn't have no pejorative for them. We have no fucked up word for them, but they had for us because that's that tribal shit they run in. You know, we're all Akatas. Like, what the hell? What did we do to you to be a Akata? You're a different people. That's what you did. See, that's the crazy. That's why Africa don't work. A lot of it don't work. They can't build together. So it's each tribe hating against the other tribe. Go on some of these TikTok groups. Go on these Nigerians be talking crazy about the Hausa talking crazy about the Igbo talking crazy about the Yoruba. They're like, that's why you motherfucking countries are backwards. Don't work. Go ahead, Joe.
And we also have Tariq, Karibu. Hope you're doing great. And then Jabba also says 76% white pre-pandemic. Jason says my mother's side of the family came from Italy, New Zealand, New York for a minute to Louisiana. My mother's siblings had a long hair and touched the ground during the 1800s to 1900s. And then
see, we got one right there. Go ahead, Joey.
10 Speed says, let's be clear, Jamaica started this in the 70s, then Africa started in the early 2000s when Black Americans claimed Africa in the past.
But while Joby is reading it, I'll keep on reading the thing. I'm going to show you. Keep on reading the comments here. So I'm going to share Tariq's thumbnails. And this is just one recently. What we just talked about. See, this, I'm telling you, this is why his grip worked, because it's got truth in it. I want you to keep on reading, but I want to share this thing. You see, can you see my video? see my screen?
Yeah.
You see where you got this just today? He's talking about, I never heard the word Akata. Crazy looking at. See, they always got flip-flops on. Fucked up feet, right? so then he's got another guy from the CIA is trying to stop us stop all this progress. So he's showing this this guy with messed up feet again in the slums, right? I don't know what nationality is, but I want to show this other one. I just see, okay, he ain't played it yet. What's the other one we just had the other day? Here you go, right here. See, we got this Jamaican guy looking all crazy. He said he thought he was slick. He always got him with fucked up feet with flip flops on. He thought he was slick. Yeah, he got this Jamaican looking all crazy. Got his Jamaican flag on him with dirty pants, dirty shorts on him. Tariq makes the best. He makes the best thumbnails, man. I just want to be able to make thumbnails this good. He says, why did we remove the Applebee's? See, yeah, Applebee's has been taking off the Grammys and thing. See, so why did MTV remove Applebee's category? I already told you why. I knew it wasn't going to, because it's not a foundation that the Nigerians built. It's built off of, which Jovi love this, off Jamaican reggae and R&B. I clearly said it would be on the radio station. I know what I hear when I'm listening to it. So it's not original. So it's all starting to sound the same. So like I said, he's got an African, he all fat. Come a ticklish troll gets caught lying. Look at this African all fat and looking crazy. See, they never got no shoes. Those got flip flops on. All crazy. He says, this ain't your country. So he's got a Liberian. See, no shoes on again. He got the best thumbnails. Okay, so let me go ahead. That's it. He's got people looking crazy. All right, let me go. He got this crazy looking African. A Nigerian man tells FBI, you would never measure up to whites. Yeah, everybody knows that Nigerians they love white. They love white people. We got this Nigerian hugging the white guy. White guy says, yikes. Then he's got another Nigerian, another Jamaican looking all crazy. He's got another guy with the Jamaican flag with fucked up feet, ashy legs and stuff. Crazy. Tariq, I gotta learn how to make these thumbnails. These thumbnails are awesome. He might be a con man, but he makes the best thumbnails, boy. So anyway, let me get off of this. I gotta give him his credit where credit's due. He makes the best thumbnails. His thumbnails are crazy. So I gotta give him credit with the thumbnails. I need to learn how to make them things. Not to disparage other black people. Okay, not to disparage, but to make them like them. The things are crazy. A couple weeks ago, he had that Kenyan sitting in Canberra looking all crazy. A Kenyan guy looking all crazy in Canberra. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, read.
Jamos Kwito, Karibu, doing great. 10 says Nigerians are very arrogant against Africans and Black Americans.
Yeah,
not all of them. Not all of them.
That's why.
But a big percentage also is. I'd agree with that.
Oh, you admit it, Joby? You don't want to admit it, but now you want to admit it?
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not all of them. I mean, I've interacted with Nigerians. So for me, apart from just one moron I met on the road who was trying to force me to give them their contact. So sure, no.
And Joby said she's going to get his ass deported.
Yeah, but I can't also just throw the same thing I've talked about also with South Africa. Just because the South Africans are acting how they act, it doesn't mean I'm gonna hate Amapiano. I'm so sorry. I'm still gonna play Amapiano like I did yesterday. I'm gonna play it, you know. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, it's not all the Nigerians, but I do agree.
Yeah, I'm saying you told the Nigerian you're gonna get them deported.
Yeah, I did, but my
okay, case closed. Go read the comment.
Period. All right. Then I also see Tariq says, "Wow, we did not know the truth back then because all of the Black Americans had nothing but love for Africa."
Nothing but love. That's what we gave them. We didn't understand tribalism, Derek. We didn't understand it. I'll be the first one in a minute. And even I still started to say, even when Joby broke it down again, it kind of like some slow, kind of like clicked. Even though I knew it, but when Joby explained it, yeah, like the light, yeah. Because they're so tribal. She understands the tribal. They're so tribal with each other. Oh, yeah. This is another a rival tribe. Go ahead, Joe.
And then we also have 10 Speed says, what is wrong with the term Foundation of Black American? Not as a
wrong. I'm not saying nothing wrong with the term. I said the term works. I just don't want to. I don't call myself another man-made, Derek, a con man. I'm not going to call myself a con man made up and then go define myself some made up acronym that a con man created. Can I just call myself Black American when I call myself Foundational Black American because Tariq made this acronym and all you guys want to follow? I'm a 55-year-old grown man. Why am I going to follow another man in his acronym? I've been a Black American, so I don't need him to come make some new fake term. I'm going to go follow it like all these other morons because I have what? I actually have high IQ. I've been tested. I have high IQ. So I'm not going to just start following some shit a con man made up. And then he tells you lies, tell you Jesse Jackson created African American, and you guys follow it, and that's a lie. We were using African American. That's why I showed you guys AME Church, African American Methodist Church. That's 200 years ago. You gonna tell me Jesse Jackson just started using it back in the 80s? That's a lie. He knew it was a lie, but he knows most of you guys that follow him are stupid. But so he said, well, it wasn't using to mass term. You think Black Americans didn't go to church all the time back in the 1800s, 1700s? That's mass terms. There was AME churches all the way from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast 200 years ago called African American Methodist Church. So they were calling themselves African Americans 200 years ago. From Florida to California. These are facts. So when you get a con man telling you, oh, we never called ourselves African. That's Jesse Jackson. Then you're stupid. You're intellectually lazy that you won't go find out for yourself, or you are a moron. All right? That's my problem when he takes it to the moron stage. And you guys just fall as a cult. And these are facts. Everything I'm telling you is a fact. Go look it up for yourself. So you knew we were calling ourselves African Americans over 200 years ago because I told you there are AME churches from Florida that are over 200 years old that still exist today, all the way to California. These are facts. So the idea that you think you just called yourself African American with Jesse Jackson, you are stupid. Even Malcolm X called you an African American. He said we're not really Americans, we're Africans in America. That's what Malcolm X told you. But see, he don't want to go after Malcolm X because that's one of our greatest icons, and to throw his ass under the bus. So that's why he never touches Malcolm X. You notice Tariq never want to touch Malcolm X because he knows he goes after Malcolm X, who's a Black American and really a world-known icon, and it destroys argument. You can't throw Malcolm X under the bus without having some collateral damage. And Malcolm X called us African American. We're Africans that happen to be in America. That's what Malcolm X said. So the term already existed before some goofy agent, handkerchief head Negro called Jesse Jackson. But he wants to facilitate that lie and have you believe it. So because you're part of the grift. See, now you're in the grift. Oh, yeah. So you're on YouTube and TikTok. Yeah, Jesse Jackson. Who gave Jesse Jackson the right to change our name to African? I don't want to be no African. I don't want to be no African American. And you've all followed it from Tariq. You say he's not the leader of it, but you all follow his talking points. Ain't that funny? And then the pretendians got mad at Tariq because he couldn't go all the way in with the Indian shit, right? Right? The pretendian stuff just went completely off the reservations in the cuckoo land. Cuckoo, with no scholarship, no true scholarship. Just some moron on a TikTok or Instagram or Twitter page talking crazy. No true scholarship. So he couldn't jump off the damn boat with that stuff because it would completely discredit him, right? So he's just saying which is truthful. So he's going to stay in the space which is truthful and where he can defend himself from inside the grip. He said, yeah, as Black Americans, we came over here, we had an ethnogenesis, which is factual. So he stayed inside the grip because you got these other pretenders saying that slavery never even happened. And I told you can prove slavery, right? Lloyd's of London still got the information because they insured those boats. Me being in Africa, you can go to all these ports of call and look up the boats and how many cargoes did they have. From where? Coming out of what? Angola, Nigeria, Gabon, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, Guinea. All these ports of calls, you can go look up. They won't do that. That's called scholarship. I don't believe I'm Indian. They want to tell you, oh, slavery never happened. It never was no slave trade. Look, I'm telling you, never existed. Okay. So if it was a slave trade, how did all those black people get to Brazil then? Well, that don't matter. They just took them all to Brazil. They didn't take them anyplace else. All these black people get on all these islands then. Were they all in all these islands? Were all these black people in Jamaica? Were all these Africans in Haiti? Were all these Africans in the Barbados? All these Africans in the Bahamas? Were all these Africans in Bermuda? All these Africans in Trinidad, Tobago? Were all these Africans in what we call Guyana, French Guiana? Were all these Africans that you see today in Colombia? Were all these Africans in Venezuela? Were all these Africans in Suriname? Were they there? How'd they get there? But see, these morons don't even know the name. All these countries out there, they don't even know none of these countries. They're stupid. Let alone the countries in Africa. That's the average Black American world country. They don't know what the hell you're talking about. I say, hey, where's Suriname? Who? Syrup? Syrup on my pancakes? Stupid. Suriname. Where is Suriname? I don't eat no Suriname, no syrup on my nams. How much time? Do you know what Suriname at? Yeah. So how'd they get there? Were they always just there? Were all these Africans that are in Suriname, Guyana, French Guiana, Venezuela, Brazil, Colombia, Panama, Ecuador? In Ecuador. See, a lot of you guys don't know shit about the Africans in Ecuador. Let me show something. Let me just real quick. Let me just show real quick. Let me show something. Let me just real quick. I feel good at being on night. Let me see. Let me see the blacks. Blacks. And all these places they. Oh, y'all don't even know this. Yeah. Let me do this real quick. Okay. I'm just gonna see a bunch of. Let me see here. Okay. One of the places you guys already know about. Let me just show this real quick. I'm gonna show a bunch of other ones too. Let me just show this. And let me show this. Okay. I'm gonna give you a country most of you guys have never heard of, never gonna go to in your whole life. That's why you don't know why most black people are stupid. You don't know anything about history or geography. Now, these Africans right here are in Ecuador. Okay? These are Africans in Ecuador. How'd they get there? Okay, let me show you this.
7% of the population, that's around 1 million people.
These are Africans, but one thing about them, they know they're Africans. These are Ecuadorian Africans. See this? See that? See that? You've been in Ecuador? Ecuador sits below Peru and Colombia and next door to Chile. Okay? You got black Peruvians, you got black Ecuadorians because they were part of the slave trade. They would tell you, these pretendians would tell you, oh, slavery didn't even happen. Why the fuck are these people in Ecuador?
The majority of Afro-Ecuadorians live in the province of Esmeralda.
So you mean to tell me they don't like black Americans without the Spanish? If they didn't speak Spanish, you seen this dude walking down the street in Chicago? He don't look like you? This motherfucker right here walking in Detroit somewhere. He don't look like you? This motherfucker with this goopy hat on. He ain't somebody's uncle here? This lady right here is all fat and shit. She ain't your aunt? Huh? Tell me these people look like somebody in your family.
As well as in the Valle del Chota in the Imbabura province. The capital Quito and the city of Guayaquil both have a significant...
Oh, we all do the drum thing. Ain't that funny? Jamaicans, Haitians, Black Americans, we all got the thing with rhythm and a drum. I don't know, but no, we all Indians. I just don't know.
African black presence. Enslaved Africans were first brought to Ecuador in 1553 by Jesuit priests, where they worked in agriculture, gold mining, domestic work, and ranching. Today, Afro-Ecuadorian culture is famous for marimba music, as well as dishes containing beans, fish, rice, and plantain, all of which speak to their African culinary.
Same thing in Africa, right? Beans, rice, plantains, fucking bananas. Okay? I'm just saying. I just want to put that out there just as a showing you this common sense stuff. When you hear the pretending say, oh, you know, slavery is made up in your mind, it never happened. Everybody would just hear as a pretending. But they never can go back to any language. Because remember, if you were here, you got the language. Even though Job and them were colonized by the British, they still got Swahili and they still got their native languages. So how'd that happen? So it's the same thing. None of you Negroes can tell me you're pretending languages. You only speak English, and most of your English is terrible. Most of your English is terrible now. Right? So where's all exactly? So tell me where all your pretending language is at. Not Trump, but give Tariq the Nasheed credit. He had to jump off that kick because you FBAs went with the pretending shit. You went completely crazy. Y'all Indians now. No, slavery never happened. You went completely to the crazy side. Even he had to say, whoa, I'm not part, even though I created this crazy shit, you guys went too crazy. I can't say that we're not from Africa, but then he just tries to say, oh, ain't we all from, he used that cradle of civilization shit. Ain't everybody from Africa? Maybe he tries to do that now. Aren't we all, isn't everybody from Africa? Because he can't go complete pretending, because it goes to straight craziness. Because you got morons talking that Mississippi was the ancient Nile, and Memphis was really the old Memphis that's supposed to be in Kemet. What are you talking about? It's straight craziness. I just play the videos I sent you before we leave.
Okay.
It's not random, you know. And you know what? For this week, you still have to explain those massive lands were empty, completely empty until Africans explorers. What lands? What lands completely? We can't prove a starting point. You can try to say, yeah, you can. It did. You know why it started in Africa? You want to say that it started? It did start because of the bones, because of the skeletal structures that we have that are in Africa. 10 speed. You don't have bone structures here predating the ones in Africa. So you show me real bone structures, 10 speed, and then maybe I can make a case for life starting here, right? And you know life started here, right? You know why? Because if you ever think about it and be honest with yourself, you know Asia and Africa is really only one continent. Let me show this real quick before Joey shows that video. Let me show you something. I've said this for years. Now, you know, Africa and Asia really is not a separate continent. They say, what's a continent? A body of land surrounded by water, right? It becomes a continent, right? But is Africa and Asia actually different continents? Because they're really just one continent because there's no split. Let me do this real quick. Images of the African and Asian continent together. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay, now, give me a second before you play the Joby. Sure, it's pretty quick. Now, we use a little common sense here. Okay? Now, it's showing you parts of Asia right here, right? This is Africa and this is Asia. There really is no split between. Does that make it bigger? Yeah, can make it bigger. I'm trying to make it bigger. Okay. Right here. Can you guys see this?
We can, but
Okay.
if you can, you're on a laptop, you can expand it using your two. No, just do this. I don't know. If you're using your laptop, you just expand it using the whatever.
Try to expand, it won't expand. It's higher, so that's lower, that's higher. Anyway, as long as you can see it, I can't make it no bigger than that, man. Try it. Anyway, you can see Africa right here and Asia.
Let me do this.
You can make it bigger.
Let me do that. Okay, let's see.
You see it?
Yeah, but I hope for the people they can see it. For me, I can see it. That's enough for me. So I hope the rest.
All right. So
I can see
this is
it.
Asia. This is Africa. As you see, there's no split. There's no water that divides Africa from so-called Asia. So there's one continent. It's one supercontinent here. Because there's no split. Africa does not have any split, except when they made that fake Suez Canal right there. But there's no split. See this? Africa is attached to Asia. There is no split. Africa's not surrounded by all water because this part from Egypt goes into Israel. There's no split. And then it connects into Turkey on up into Eurasia. Then all the way up into Western and Central and then Eastern Asia. But this and I've said this forever, and it's this, there is no split. So meaning people wouldn't have been born over in the other continent, 10 speed, and then took boats over to Africa and Asia. Common sense, you would have started in Africa, came out the continent, then started spreading around the rest of the world as black people. I'm not saying you went there, that black people weren't in America for thousands of years, because at one time there was only black people on this planet. So I'm not going to get into that. That's not the discussion today. That there's only black people on this planet, but they didn't start in the Americas. I know you want to keep making that goofy argument against these other pretendians. It didn't start here. And how you do that? Because you can go back through culturally. That's why you got what we call you got these totem poles, right? Totems are in America, but we know totems started in Africa, and they migrated out through Asia and then into America thousands of years ago. Everything has an origin point. Totems didn't go from America to Africa. They went from Africa to Asia, Asia into America. That's where totems came from. And I also know the same that Africans, like I say, were in America, because if you look at the old, before the white Arabs invaded northern Africa, all the house structures. I don't want to go prove that all this shit again today. I got time. Get out of this. I don't got time to prove that. I've been proving that shit already. If you look at go out and look at the house structures in what we call Pueblo over in Arizona and Arizona. Go look at the house structures in Pueblo and the Pueblo Valley, and also in New Mexico. Those structures are the same African structures, housed, developed, and architecture that are in West Africa. Go ahead, Joe.
Okay.
It's y'all.
I've never hated anybody online like the how I hate you. I hate you, nigga. I hate you, nigga. For real. Because it's niggas like you. It's actually you. It's not even niggas like you. You yourself. Got a whole bunch of mental patients out here not knowing who the fuck they are because you.
Pause it.
Only thing generic is that motherfucking Beijing.
Yeah, she's talking about Tariq's audience, how miseducated, uneducated they are. Most of them are morons. You're right. You nigga. She's calling his audience mental patients. Go ahead, Joey.
In your motherfucking hair, in your hairline, bitch ass nigga. The only thing that's generic is your motherfucking.
Yeah, so she's talking about Tariq's got fake hair. He's got a hair hat. He's actually bald up here. You can tell. That's why you're to the African. Look at your fucked up hairline and look at your forehead, nigga. Right? You talking about their forehead and their hair gone right. And Tariq is wearing a hair hat. That hair on his head is phony. It's a hair hat. It's like a woman. It's like Joby with a wig. He's wearing a Afro wig thing. That's a wig. See, I'm old. This is my hair. I need to cut, but this is my real hair. Right? His hair is a hat, like a wig. Hair hat. Go ahead, Joe.
Fucking lifestyle. How you fail as a fucking pimp and then fail as an academic?
Yeah,
how the fuck you fail at pimp?
Give me a second. Where's the thing we do, Joe? Where's the thing we do the link? How do we share a link? I can't remember how we did that.
Let me do
it. Yes. So you're gonna give you a link, man. Go ahead, hit the link and come on up. I forgot it. I don't know how to do nothing anymore. How we even do the links no more?
There you go.
There you go. Now grab the link. Come on up. You gotta show your face. You keep your camera up on, but there you go. Cause I don't got no. Go ahead.
Just to turn around and sell some fake ass black history, and you still fell at that, nigga. Generic is that white mom-in-law that you got. That's generic. That's generic. Just because you don't know who the fuck you are and you got a whole bunch of ex-convicts and loser-ass niggas following behind you with faceless accounts and dirty-ass draws, that don't make you powerful over here, nigga. Fuck you and everybody who's behind you, nigga. That's generic. Thank you.
Thank you.
So she was showing her hair is real. It just got a perm in it. So I said, once you get that, make sure this ain't no rig, nigga.
The second video has refused to play. It says it's not available on my end. So I'm gonna jump to the third one and then the last one.
What was the second video I sent you?
I'm going to give some examples of why Texas is a bad state to live in. The first one is the cost of living is low because they pay very, very low. In Pennsylvania, I worked as a medical receptionist and I made $20 an hour plus benefits. I was full-time. In Houston, it took me about 4 months to find a job that was similar. They paid $16 an hour, and that was on the high end. It was part-time with no benefits. A lot of medical receptionists, which is the exact same job, I made $20 an hour in Pennsylvania. In Houston, they want to pay you $12 to $14 an hour. My boyfriend was in civil engineering when we moved down here. In Pennsylvania, he got paid close to $40 an hour with benefits. Every job he interviewed for in Texas wanted to pay him.
Yeah, so I just wanted to use it as how hard things are.
Texas also has an
I wanted to say out. This wasn't the video I wanted to play. You know, I put it in there for Joby, but yeah, to show how hard things are. Here we go. You got to connect. Here you go. Okay, here you go. All right, what's going on, man? You there?
I don't think they have maybe the microphone on. Check your microphone, tafadhali, before you. Just check your microphone to ensure your audio allows you to speak. You should have a green moving line on your mic.
Yeah, check your mic.
All right, as we wait for him. You are in, but we can't hear you. In case you're trying to talk, just...
You got to unmute your mic, man. You in. There you go.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had these headphones in. What's going on, OG Keith?
What's happening, man? So,
Nah, I rock with your content, man. You know, I've been following you for years. You know what I'm saying? But come on, man. Y'all got to stop being disingenuous, man.
How? Talk to me.
Stop doing that.
How about me? Disingenuous how?
Because y'all keep making this about Tariq Nasheed. Okay, let's take Tariq Nasheed out of the equation, right? Before Tariq Nasheed ever even came up with the term or whatever, because it's just a term. Claude Anderson been telling us in so many different words to delineate. Was he not?
Wait. I'm not against it. See, you're mixing up the terms. When I was here, you got to go back to when I first started the show.
But y'all keep making it about.
I'm not against the delineation. I told you, it is good to have boundaries. So I agree with that. I have no problem with the boundaries. So you're beating the dead horse, brother. I agree with you with the
Let's hear him out first. His point. Then we give you the chance, Keith, to talk. Go on.
So, but why you? I'm saying you per se, but why you keep making this about Tariq? Like he's some type of leader, and in so many different words, he's telling you he's not the leader. So why y'all keep mischaracterizing? Like if it was you, I wouldn't let nobody mischaracterize what you say.
Well, let me explain why I said it, because he the one came up with the term. So you guys now it's big now, right? When he first came up with it, it wasn't big. So I was going after him, and the first time when he was as a grip, because he was going to get some other morons, that ADOS nonsense with the homosexual chick and the mama mouth Negro, right? So he was doing it I said it was a grip for him because he was trying to latch on and still there. Shine and steal people away from that movement so he could sell products to people. I'm not saying that's why I started the show saying the sad fact is that Tariq has got some truth with the lies. So I can't so that's what I'm saying. Tariq has got the truth with the lies. I'm not saying that delineation is not important. It is important because us as black people, and I've been saying this even before Tariq brought this fake name, right? I said that there's been a lot of disrespect from other black people when we allowed them to come over here and become part of Black America. We were getting disrespected. It has to be a way to differentiate ourselves from them. So I'm not saying that delineation is wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that there's a wrong thing. That's what I said in the beginning. I'm saying, but Tariq he does a lot of truth with lies. He doesn't plan to do anything with it. He just using it as a grip, as a hustle. Now, as I said, the truth with the lies work because delineation is important. But we don't have, like I said, we don't have to hate anybody because we don't hate people. But we must distinguish ourselves from people that have been detrimental to us. And he is the leader. Y'all keep saying, he keeps telling y'all that shit. He created the shit. He is the leader. He don't want to be called the leader because he doesn't want to have the backlash that's going to come in the 3 or 4 years when you guys figure out he hasn't done shit. He's going to be on to the next grip like he always does. That's why he doesn't want to be called the leader. So I never told y'all to be no leader and follow y'all to do nothing. I never told y'all none of that. I just said, we need to delineate, which I agree with, right? So I'm saying he is the leader of the shit. The shit came from him, came from his mental capacity. He created the shit. He put it out there. No one put that FBA out there but him. So he is the leader of it. He doesn't want to call himself.
So Keith, let me ask you a question. So
Yeah.
the woman that created the name for Nigeria, Queen, what's her name? Is she the leader of Nigeria?
She
created the name for Nigeria.
She wasn't the queen. I've been said you can bring me old stuff, but I said
that's not old. But y'all not calling her the leader though. That's what I'm saying. You can't have selective. You calling him a leader because he coined a term. This woman named a country, but y'all not calling her a leader.
I said you got a whole group of black people calling themselves. And everybody laughing. I said everybody. Y'all know I said everybody in the chat room. I said called nigga area, Nigeria. I said this years ago. They got a whole group of black people named after a white woman, and they kept the name. That's why you can't take Nigerians serious on other Africans. Most of their country named after white people. They'll come, I'm this, I'm that, and then tell you we're not who we are, and they tell you we don't know who we are. You named by a white woman. She wasn't a queen. She like some kind of duchess or some shit. But yeah, I'm just saying he's the one who came up with. Now listen, I'm not saying he came up with the term of Denny. Okay, let me see. Two things can be true at the same time, right? I'm not saying that delineation is wrong, because Claude Anderson came up with that years ago. So I will concede that. I'm saying him trying to rename us into something. You don't get to rename me into shit. That's your shit. I'm still a Black American motherfucker. You don't get to name me. I'm Black American. Period. You don't get. I don't name myself after some fucking con man kook who decided.
But be that as it may, whatever. If we still calling ourselves prior to that, the FBA name, they were saying, Claude Anderson was saying native black. You know that because Keith. Come on, bro. You're a historian. Terms could be co-opted. Same thing with. So you telling me that
I said native black works too. I said I think native black works too. I agree.
If we keep calling ourselves Black American, right? You don't think that term was co-opted? Is thus the reason why we in this situation? Because I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you why, Keith. I'm gonna tell you why. Because a Jamaican, African, Puerto Rican, all they have to do is just be black and live in America. Thus, giving the term Black America, like Black American, like
I agree with you.
Like Charisse Theron, that actor, Elon Musk. They're African. Weren't they born in Africa? And if they live in America, thus making them African American. So that means they could claim what we could claim. This is why you have to have a term that totally. I mean, if you don't like the FBA term, that's fine. But how terms could be co-opted, and then we always left holding the bag. This is why reason I think the FBA that word fits better.
I agree with you there, but Elon Musk can't call himself a Black American. He's clearly white. So
I'm saying African American.
I get you. So the African American thing, now that could be co-opted But remember, none of them wanted to be Black American or African American. They told you, I'm Nigerian. They were with their goopy tribe. I'm Jamaican. I'm Haitian. They never wanted to remember. They said they're not African American. They said they're not Black American. It's only now, when the heat's been pressed on their ass, now they want to claim the term Black. That's why Black was so powerful. We claim the term Black. No other racial group claim the group Black. And that's why they're mad and they say, how are you Black Americans just going to claim the term Black? We're all Black. You never claimed Black. You said you wasn't Black.
Right.
That's what you said. You said you was Haitian, Jamaican, South African, Ghanaian, Kenyan. You said you was not Black. You said you was Somalian. You said you Ethiopian. You said one thing you were not was Black. You specifically told us that. That was you told us forever. You wasn't Black. So if Native American, you want to call yourself a Native American as a Black term, I can agree with that. I'm just saying me. I didn't say nothing wrong with nobody. If you want to call yourself a foundational Black American, I had no problem with it. I'm not going to call myself that shit. I'm going to say, I never came against the foundational Black American term. I said, hey, I'm not going to be named after no con man who ain't got no damn. You talking about? You give me a term, foundational Black American. Is his wife foundational Black American? No, because it's a con. Is his children? Is his wife? His wife's mom? No. You can't give me no shit some con man made up. I'm foundational Black American. Is your wife, nigga? Oh, I didn't want to marry a foundational Black American. They get to talking crazy to me. Is your wife's mother? Shit. His wife, and the funny thing about, see, people don't know this when I did the background on this group. The reason why he did that story with Haiti, I tell you, it's a grip for him. Like I said, it still works because we did need to delineate. I agree with that. But it's a grip for him, a money grab, playing on people's emotions, because when he made the movie 1804, he knew his wife's family are Haitian. He knows, that's why he never wants to bring that up. His wife's family are from Haiti. He was celebrating his wife's daddy's family. He don't ever want to. He used to mention it, but funny, he don't never mention that no more. I don't know. My whole wife is a Black American, and she's not. She's not. She's not a foundational Black American. So you so enamored with being a foundational Black American, but you won't marry one? My kids are what you would call foundational Black American. My wife was foundational Black American. So I'm saying, I got no problem with people calling you that. Cool. I'm not gonna call myself nothing no con man made it, but I know the grip. I'm just saying, yes, is delineation important? I told you we had to do it. I agree with that. I said the best con is the truth mixed with some lies. That's why I think Tariq is a genius. Tariq is a fucking genius because he keeps reinventing himself every time. One time he's a fucking fake ass, low budget rapper making fucked up raps. He's supposed to, then the next know he's some kind of relationship guru. I'm Flex. I'm teaching you how to get a date. I'm teaching you the ism, nigga. Look, he was Kevin Samuels before Kevin Samuels, right? I'm teaching you the date. So when that grip stopped, then he went to the then he went to the Pan-African and the Moorish shit, right? I'm a Pan-African, and we gotta know about African history, nigga. And Morris, when that grip stopped, and now it's on to the FBA shit. Oh man, fuck all these fuck ass niggas, these Africans, and these no good nappy head Jamaicans. Fuck them, let them suck dick. We FBA over here.
See what you're doing. You mischaracterizing what he's saying. Now don't do that, man.
You get emotional. I'm saying for him,
that's not emotional.
I'm saying for him, he don't believe none of it, brother. I'm not saying it's valid. It's not valid. I'm just telling you, he don't believe none of it. He's grifting. But I'm not saying delineation wasn't important. Look, the best way to con somebody right is to find out something actually needed, right? You said actually needed, right? There you go. Okay. So you find somebody actually needed, right? You find out something actually needed, right? You say, okay, this is true. These Africans and these Jamaicans have been disrespectful. So I know I can get an emotional swell, but how can I turn this into a money game for me? How can I milk these goofy niggas and make me some money from it?
So
Because
so
it's
you
true.
tell so basically you tell so basically what you telling me that no black Americans haven't seen what we've been seeing, and we don't have a mind of our
No,
own. So
no, I'm saying he done brought it to the. You didn't have a platform big enough to bring it to the platform. That's why it works. That's why it works, man. Right? I'm
okay, so thus this always been here. So it's not the
I
only
just said
thing.
I said it's been here. I'm not a disagree. You're missing my argument. Look, I'm not disagreeing that it was here. I'm agreeing with you that the disrespect has been here. All right. Now imagine Tariq sees. Okay, what does a comment do? He sees the problem. He said, "Okay, shit, this is a problem." He's got enough big enough platform to push it out there, right? So what he does, like, well, how can remember him? He always turns into how can I make money? That's why he what trademarked the word FBA, and then go get why don't you got Jamaica trademark? Is this trademark? He goes against you because if it's something he really felt, why is he trademarking the shit? Why is he trying to make money off of it? Because it's a money grip, but it is needed. So, see, like I'm saying, two things can exist, right? What he said was correct, and he's also a con man, is right, right? That's what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying, we do need to delineate. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm agreeing with you. That's why this motherfucker is brilliant. This is a brilliant con man.
Right.
That's what
Can I
I'm
ask a question?
All
talking
right,
about.
Karibu sana 10 speed. How you doing, brother?
Purple speak.
How you doing? Let me
I'm
ask this,
great.
Keith. We know. Let me ask this. We know Tyreek is a drifter. We know he, but he's good at it.
He's good.
Now,
I tell you, he's
but
good.
he doesn't have any money. He doesn't have any problem trying to get money. That's just a gift of his that he's utilizing for his platform. But for him, to
So
say that
was
he is the leader of
so was
FBA, but to say he's the leader of FBA,
Claude
there's no such
Anderson
thing
grifting
as
too
a
when he
right.
said the
Hold
same thing?
on, hold on. Let me say something. Let me say something. Let me say something. Let me say something. So hold on. Let me say something. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you something. Okay, let's say he's not the lead. Let's say he's the creator of it. Then he
No,
created.
he's not the creator. He's not the creator.
Come on,
He's
God.
not the creator. Keith,
Wait,
let me say, Keith, now you my favorite podcast of all time, period. But let me say this to
I'm
agree
gonna,
with you.
yeah, I'm gonna
But the term, this was like I told you before. We said all things begin in Africa. I said we don't know for sure because when the breakaway of the continents broke away, the people had to break away with it. But the thing to me is that if the people broke away, and they are in the Americas, they're in Europe, wherever they are like that. They are the peoples of that particular area and that land for millions of years. So to say that I'm a Black American is one thing because they get the name American, they get Nigerian. But I'm a Black American, one thing. But here's the thing about it: for me to say that my family is the builder and the foundation of this country that they built, and I use the term foundational Black America because you know why I can use that term? Because my grandmother knew her grandfather. Nobody, we don't know anybody that came off from Africa, but we knew the people that knew
Hello?
it came from the South and Mississippi and Alabama.
Yeah,
So
we
if
can
we
hear
use
you
the
too.
term,
Oh, I'm sorry,
right,
I'm
if we
sorry.
use the term way before, we use the term that had nothing to do with Tyreek, we use the term foundational Black American. The only reason we say foundational because it's been questioned if we are the original peoples of this land. But when the continents broke, Keith, we was already here. We was already there, just like people in Australia. The continents broke, they were already there, and the folks in the America already there. So Tyreek is not no leader. He just has a bigger platform.
I
And
said,
because his platform is so big and he's so good at making money,
I
we
said,
sort of look at him and say he's leading. He is not no leader. What I'm trying to say, Keith, is that Keith,
that's
I bet wait, let me ask you a question, Keith. You can go to your mother and your father and trace the whole background to any part of this country. Can you for sure track down a person that came off the boat that came
yeah,
from Africa? Can you do that?
yeah, I did it. Yeah,
You did it. You know this person's name
yeah.
and where they come from.
Well, I don't know the person's
Angola.
name, but I
Go
know
ahead. Go ahead.
they came out of Angola. I know that for a fact. I know they hit New Orleans in 16. I gotta go dig up the paper, like 1635, right? So they came off the boat from Angola for 1635. So um, um, I'm not saying that he's the leader because you guys say he's not leader. Okay, I'm telling you, he
You
created the
can't.
term. That term came from him. I'm not
No,
saying
he took the term from somebody else and marketed and got paid off of it.
no, no, no,
He
no,
took that term.
no, no, no. I get the term came. No, he
No,
coined.
he took that term in his genius money making scamming ways. He took the term and he got paid off the term. He knows how to take that stuff and get paid. Those terms have always been out.
Okay,
Always been out.
well, I'm just saying. Okay, I'm saying, okay, 2020 that delineation. I said that needed to happen. I don't agree. I don't disagree with that. That's why I told you. To be a good Tariq is just a genius con man. To be a great con man, you must have the truth and some lies. The
Right.
disrespect is real. That's why I was just showing. The disrespect has been real. I've seen it. It's been in my own damn face. So
But
I'm
the
not.
problem is it hasn't.
Go ahead, 2020. Go ahead.
Go on, Trim.
No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead, brother. You got it. You losing?
Okay, what? I'm put you like this, Keith.
We
Yeah.
Is
lost
that
him.
I think what happened is
Oh, he's
And
back.
that's my issue.
we're
Okay,
putting so much
family.
emphasis on Tariq Nasheed because of his platform. We've emphasis, but but listen, if he didn't have a platform, Black Americans actually still come into this term because number one, when the Africans started rejecting us back in the 70s, 60s, rejecting us because we went down Sheikies, they started rejecting us and started saying, wait a minute, you all want our culture. Now we start putting our own stuff and say, wait a minute, as you said, we are ethnogenesis. Man, what? We have our own culture now. It ain't about the lineage from Africa. The fact of the matter is, look at how many millions of years we have been in this country. And then here's the thing about it, too. Why I'm asking you a question. You said when the African explorers came here, how do you know this was not a empty, big, massive land in in America? How do you know that?
I can't. I can't. You're asking me to define two negatives, 10 speed. What
Wait,
you
I
ask?
can't hear you. I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, yeah. We can hear you guys.
You're asking me to
Can you
define.
hear me?
Yes,
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 yes, yes, 10 speed.
yes.
We can hear you.
I can't hear you.
You're asking
Yes,
me.
we can hear you.
You're asking me to define two negatives, but you know, no one can. So only with my educational level, I can tell that all the original skeletons of human beings dated come from the African continent. Okay, that's what I can give you dated. Now I'm not saying I told you there were black people everywhere. So I'm not saying, but you can't. You guys go to the point now. You said that the slave trade didn't even exist. Even Tariq won't go there with you guys because he knows that puts him in the crazy pile. He don't even go there with you guys with that. He knows there were slave boats.
I can't hear.
So
I hear him. I hear him.
so Tariq don't even go there with the
Oh, wow.
that's why the pretendians hate him. Because he won't even go there with the slave shit because the pretendians are like, oh, the slave trade didn't even exist. There was never no slavery. And then in the same sense, the same sense, they'll say, they're trying to get our reparations. Well, if you're not, well, if you was never enslaved, what are you getting reparations for then, stupid? You were never enslaved. You said you never enslaved Africans. Okay, so you don't get reparations. I need my reparations, damn it. I need my shit. So you don't want to get yours. Don't put. I'm like the Geechee Gullahs. The Geechee Gullahs then told you to keep their name out your mouth when you're talking that FBA Indian pretending shit with them. They all then said it. This is factual. They said do not put our name in your mouth when you're talking that pretending shit because you're fucking us up with our land. Okay? Because they know they from Africa. And they know they're separate people in ethnogenesis. But we
Yes,
wrap this
wind
up.
up.
Yeah. I love
Yes,
it.
wind
I'll be
up.
back
Thank
on
you.
later tonight, guys, so we can talk about it. I'll be
Yeah,
back on later tonight.
yeah,
Appreciate
thank you. Thank you to those who have joined 10 Speed and
Kate on.
Twin. Thank you to KW Don for donating, but kindly donate on our that is the app
Well,
donation page.
that's what I'm saying, Kate. I agree with you. I'm sorry, Trevor. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying for those who are donating, kindly do not donate on YouTube. Kindly donate on our donation page through our app, which is available in the Google Play Store. In case not, you can use our Cash App, which is down below, streaming down below.
I'll be back
Cash
on
App,
tonight to
the
continue the
dollar sign,
conversation.
Mr. Black of Fan Network.
You
So
guys
yeah,
at the
thank
Black
you.
Empire Network. I'm broke again. I lasted 1 week. I lasted 1 week.
Yeah, thank you to those who have joined us this amazing evening,
Appreciate you, Kate.
afternoon on you guys. And it is exactly, I think I don't know what's the time on you guys. I'm 2, 3, I don't know.
Yeah, it's 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock
2
Central
o'clock.
Time. Look,
Yeah, so have yourselves a beautiful rest part of your weekend ones and your
I'll
evening
let you go.
afternoon.
Don't, don't, don't hit it, Joby. I'll end it. I'll let you go ahead and go. I'll end it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So it's 3 different times, though, Joby. So it's two. It's either 3 o'clock right now, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, or 12 o'clock. Is that it? 12,
Oh.
12.
Okay. So it's on your end. It's on your end. It's two
For me,
o'clock right
on
now.
my end it's 2, and I think, and I
And
think,
this is a great debate. Wow, it's real great.
it's 2 for 10 speed too.
What's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
time? 10 speed on your end too.
It's 2:06 in central in Chicago time, Central America 2:06. Hey man, I really enjoy this. This is real good. So
Yeah,
we
but
get we are
you guys
getting some understanding.
are gonna be left with Keith as he's saying, but hopefully he's gonna be back during the
Yeah,
Hey,
weekend and we're
can
going to
I
join
can I
the membership.
can I ask one question? Can I ask one question? And Keith, I want to make a request. Hey Keith, if you can one day bring in like an African and a Caribbean and all three of you guys do like a like a screen, like conversation debate, be like a Caribbean and African. That'd be real good.
question. I could get Joey to bring somebody in. Um, if that'd be a good thing. 'Cause I can still got Jamaicans and stuff I can still reach out to. That's,
Right.
yeah. I think that'd be good. I do that for like a night show. But I'll be back on the night too, guys. I'll be back on the night. Yes, yeah. For
Hey,
just,
can I before I let you go?
go ahead.
Can I present some questions for like let's say I put it on and say, hey, what about this title right here? And like let's say I want to ask a question, say, Keith, can we put this title up? Like for instance, I want to know more about the Aborigines of Australia, and I say, hey, what do we know about them as Black people? It seems like absolutely nothing. We can have conversations about the Black folks all over the world
You can
and
have
just see what's going on with them.
some about that, but the black people of Aboriginal are not an African people.
Australia,
Nope.
they claim they are.
No, they don't. They're
Yeah,
not.
I seen one guy said he said, "Are you African?" He said, "We're African." But how are they not African?
Let me show you something. Look, I'm about.
Okay.
Let me show you some real quick for Joey Lee. Hold on. Let me show you this. Okay, let me show you this. Images of Australian Australian okay. Mm, okay, give me that. Hold on, give me a second. Let's do it again. Do that. Nothing not working all of a sudden.
But let me ask you, if they are let me
Type,
ask you,
type it
if
up.
they are not
I'm
if
about
they're
yeah.
not
I'm about,
go ahead, my fault.
no, type it up for me, Joe, real quick. Just say images of Australian Aboriginals, real quick. I think my computer slowed down.
Well, if they're not Africans, would they be considered melanated people?
Yeah, the military people, you're gonna find out. See, a lot of people are created, and you get into a certain thing because you see, just like you got melanated Indians, you got Indians that's darker than me and you. They don't make
Right.
them African people. So I want you look. So I want you to look at the. So you can always tell by the texture of the hair, right?
Hmm.
Their hair is not woolly like ours. Their hair is mostly straight most of the time. And if you go to the genetics, they are what Neanderthals. So that means they're created nigga. They're created black people. So you got a group of black people that were created. So that's why you got even the South Africans. You got the Khoi and the San. They have what Neanderthal genetics. African people, we don't have any mixture of. What I told you, 8. That's how you know. And another thing. That's how you know Africa. Everybody started from Black Africa. And I'm not saying that. And like if you do the DNA, I'll do that tonight. I did a whole thing. If you do the DNA, their DNA connects back with Asia and what they call Just like you look at the little pygmies over in the islands, the
Right.
Adam Islanders that are black, they're not connected to Africans. They are the generations of the Asian. They use those little black people to create these Asians. These slant. They say they came from the Khoi and the San. They did not. Of course,
So
you got some Africans just like white people that were created. See, this goes
I mean,
back.
they were they created by black people?
Yeah, the only black people you have are black people on the planet.
So I mean, so how did the black folks have to splice their genes to create them?
You did with gene splicing with all these other people. Yeah, this is gene splicing. This is
Well,
gene.
wouldn't that make them us then? If they was even because they had to come from us in somehow, in some way.
It still came from your genome, but are
Okay.
are they complete Africans? That's another thing. Africans are the only true human beings on the planet. So you want to be all these other things. If you're not African, you're mixed with the ape. You're mixed with Neanderthal, with a monkey. Africans are the only true human being. 100% human being is African. That means Africans start splicing shit and making up people, making up shit. And when you get the Europeans and the Arabs and the East Indians and the damn Asians, you're talking about a thing when they start gene splicing. And so to make up the other people, they make black people first. Well, you got these dark skinned Indians, darker than me and you, but they don't got the same. See, they get melanated, but see now you think about what the different kind of melanin. They don't have the same kind of melanin. They have those guys have what melanin, animal melanin. You have Euromelanin. They have pheo. The Australians, they're dark, but it's pheo. You have Euromelanin. They have pheomelanin, which means they were created from animals, from dogs.
So folks from India, they're even the real dark ones.
Yeah, they're dark as hell.
Were,
Yeah, dark as
okay, they were created
they're created from animals.
from
Yeah,
animals.
but as we wind up, that has been our beautiful
I'll be
time
back on
right
there
here.
tonight.
Hey, thank y'all. Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate the time.
See, we leaving.
Thank you too for joining today.
Joey is leaving tent with 10 speed's head all fucked up. We'll be back on tonight.
I'm sorry, 10 speed, but my time is up. I don't want to be eaten by lions, so I'm so sorry. I gotta go home early.
I'll be back on tonight, guys.
Yeah,
9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. Nine
All
o'clock,
right.
8 o'clock Central.
All right. Peace, family. Bless you all. See y'all later.
Yes,
thank
amen.
you. Yeah, but much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful weekend. Take care. Whatever you're doing, be safe. And I hope to see you next week, same time, same place, right here. But that's been our beautiful time. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the show and the program of the week, this particular week. Wishing you guys a beautiful weekend. See you guys on Monday.
You guys can donate. Please
Same
donate. You guys
time,
help me 1 week. And
same
hit the
place.
cash app at Mr. Black Hot Fire. Cash app. 10, 20, whatever you get. Well, I'll come back and let you guys know. I'm come back on the night so I get some donation bread.
Yes. So have yourselves a beautiful weekend. Thank you once again. Peace, and we're out.
We out. That's it. We on the night.